How everybody doing? Welcome to the first episode of P.O.T.S. This is our podcast we just created. P.O.T.S stands for the perspective of the sexes. No, it's not a T in front of it, but y'all all had English class. It don't have to be a T. P.O.T.S, perspective of the sexes. So we have a woman right here. I'm gonna let her give y'all her name. I ain't gonna tell her name. You want to get what's go ahead?
My name is Leslie. Welcome to P.O.T.S, perspective of the sexes.
And my name is Marquise. So you have a woman here and a man here. The purpose of the podcast, we're just gonna give the perspective from a man's point of view, from a woman's point of view, of different situations that happens around the world, whether it be personal things like relationships and stuff like that, and why men cheat, why women cheat, or why gold digger women, or men that don't have no jobs, or men that have money, do they think they should, or we're gonna do subjects like what happened in media, with different, entertainers and stuff. We're gonna just cover everything. We're gonna give our perspective. What inspired us to make this page is because we looked out here, we searched around, and we don't really see a lot of, podcasts like this, especially with our, African American, and especially in the city we live in. So that's what gave us the idea to do this podcast. Our first topic today is going to be on.
It's trending.
Yeah, for like the last week.
Yes, we're kind of late. We're behind a little bit.
Yeah. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith and August. What's his name? Alcina. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention we drinking.
Yes,
a little wine.
Just a little.
Relaxing. I just got finished eating shrimp and fries. I still got fries left. I don't have no shrimp left. But so
You watched the video, right?
yeah.
Okay.
One of the main things that caught my attention about this video is, Jada Pinkett been around for a long time. We all know, the older people, that we all know she's been around for a long time, different movies. We know back in the day when I was younger, and the rumor when she was talking to Tupac, everything. She always hit me as a person that tries to be perfect. I don't like that. I don't like when a person tries, like, everything has to be explain excuse for any little thing that probably was a mistake. Like, instead of just admitting, okay, I'm human, I do things and stuff happen. It's like she always gotta seem like she's perfect. Like, and when I watched the video today and she explained her reason for being in a relationship with him, it just was. I'm just not gonna lie. I was irritated by watching it because when I just watched how she was talking, it's just like she just tried to make a perfect excuse for why she was in a relationship with him while she was married to Will Smith. And what was your perspective on that video?
Okay, so let me just put this disclaimer out there, okay?
Uh-huh.
I don't condone violence. Okay?
Wrong video, but
Wait
okay.
a minute,
No.
no. The reason why I'm saying is that I don't condone violence because about what I'm finna to say.
Oh.
Where I'm from, okay? When she came to the red table, she would have had a knot on her head and an eye patch on her face.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that set me right there like not realistic.
Right. And you gotta remember we talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
We talking about him.
Yeah.
My personal opinion.
And he was just sitting there like looking like.
No, look, my personal opinion from even from looking at that video is just from the outside looking in, you can we're not in a personal circle, but
Right.
she wear the pants anyway. In my opinion, if you look at that whole,
she's definitely a pimp.
yeah, like if you look at the whole video, it was other little key things in her I caught when I looked at that video.
Mm-hmm. He
Kept saying, I didn't think I would ever talk to you again, right?
Mm-hmm.
He kept saying, I'm surprised I'm talking to you now.
Mm-hmm.
He kept saying, I got you back. He was mentioning how he got her back.
Mm-hmm.
He was mentioning how, and he just kept emphasizing that. He was adamant about saying, like, I didn't think I would talk to you again. I never thought after this we would be talking. Mm-hmm. And what I took from that is I didn't really even hear her say anything pertaining to he messed up in a relationship. What I got from it was she throughout the years, she probably or maybe not throughout the years, maybe just in a certain situation, she did something so bad to him to make him say that he thought he was done with her, right?
Right.
So what I take from that is like, dog, you and then she's sitting there laughing every time he said it. When she said we're right back here, you know, I took it from her like, dog, like if y'all was still married, because they did admit that they had a breakup, right? But if y'all was still married,
but they're married, though.
yeah, and she didn't went and had sex with a dude while y'all still married,
married,
right? Yeah, okay. and you like, you know, openly admit that okay, well we was broke up. He tried to act like he was cool with it on a video. But I'm like, bro, you basically your wife just went out here and fucked another nigga, and then came up with a innocent perfect excuse for why she did it, and she tried to dress it up to be so like. And I see straight through the bull crap. I see straight through it. No, but she tried to dress it up. She get on TV. She got on there and just tried to make it look so. She tried to make it look so perfect. Like, oh, you know when. You know, I was going, you know, I need to feel, and he was sick, and when I met him, it was like helping someone out. Who you talking? Who you think you talking? You talking about the same girl?
It's a low, how can I say it? She is like a low standard pedophile, really. I'm just saying, like, really, like, if you look at it, like, she is, like, okay, that was her son's friend, right? Mm-hmm. All right, that was her son's friend. Mm-hmm. They brought him into the family as a friend. Mm-hmm. He's way younger than her. She's a cougar. Mm-hmm. She's past 40. She's older than me. We're going to say how old I am. Mm-hmm. But she's older than me. Right? He was having mental issues or things going on with him already.
Mm-hmm. Like that, too. Like
Yeah. So she took advantage of that, right? Mm-hmm. She like, this young thing, because he young, right? Let me just hop on this young thing real quick.
Not to mention, she turned him out.
Yeah.
That's what really happened with all this. Like, if you watch the video of when he was coming out talking about his experience, right, on that show, if you read between the lines, she turned that nigga out. No, even though he was, you know, he probably already had girls and stuff, but we all know that, all of us adults know, it's certain women you might meet, or for y'all women, it's certain men you might meet, and they just, especially when you're young. And then like August is like in his late 30s and been through relations. You know, for all we know, he probably still was in the beginning of just start messing out around women. You know what I'm saying? He still look a little, what you call that word? He still look like a little not bougie, but like he still look like he young. The way he talks stuff is like he young to me still. Anyway, so you know, I think he got with that old woman. That she know all the tricks and trades. That's how she got Will Smith.
She turned him out too.
Yeah. And I think she turned that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think happened. So, but I definitely think she turned that boy out. Like, if you listen to how he was explaining his experience with her, and the things he was saying, you look at him like, what did she do to this nigga? Right. He act like he went to hell and came back. You know how them people write them books and say they died, they were seeing Satan and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Or the nigga act like he went through a whole you know, hypnotist. You know, probably he was probably hypnotized, but like the way he explained in that relationship, I'm like, this woman did this to you, where you say you gave your all, and if you had to die today, you cool with giving your all to a married woman. Right. She turned that boy out. Yes, definitely, yes.
And for me, as a woman, you know, I think it's such a double standard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not condoning what she did, but at the same time, as a woman, you know, everyone's like, well, making fun of it, kind of, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if it was a man that did that, and a woman came out and said, this is what happened, a younger woman, and said, this is what happened, people would be all over it. Like as far as like,
talking about killing him, like killing him.
Yeah, like sexual wise, like he's a predator.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a predator.
Yes.
Can't be. You know what I'm saying? For her, we didn't talk about it. But
everybody
it's
like
nothing like. You know what I'm saying? Like how it should be. So
you 100% right. Yeah. If it was him, it'd be all over the place. Predator, pedophile. Like, you know, what did you? He was married when he did it. Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. So that just goes how. So social media is, how the world is,
Yep.
you know, and how different women and men are, how the double standards are, how the perspective of the sexes are, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? And then get back at get back on the table interview they did. If you notice, Will basically gave her full control. You know, he did ask you certain questions. You know that he's like people wanted to say, but you could tell just from her whole energy and demeanor with the table thing that she was like kind of like, be careful what you say.
Right.
And he was like kept laughing and stuff. It was just strange to me how, you know, that interview was supposed to be about her with August, but they kept throwing in there that they thought they would never get together, and that they were back together, and that he just kept saying, I would never think, and she was like, yeah, well, you back here. She the pimp, you know what I'm saying? So she like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, excuse me. So I took that as what really happened. And we break it down from the little perfect world that Jada lives in, that she don't make no mistakes, everything, because she kept saying that experience I went through. Oh, if I had to go, listen. Let's say this. I'm not gonna speak this because I don't know them personally, but Jada, was that your first nigga you fucked with while you was with Will? Was it? Y'all been together 20 years, 25 years. What was that your? I mean, because she trying to make it seem like, oh my God, I actually went out of my marriage because I needed so much. But now that I'm back into it, whew, that's how she making it seem like on the video.
Well,
like,
it's a known rumor about them that they were swingers. Like
yeah. And so my thing with that is basically like, it was all bullcrap. I seen right through it. Basically, you went out here and messed around with a nigga while you was married. Just so happened he was famous, so he was able to come out and put it on Front Street. And Jada had to come out and explain her way to try to make her still look like perfect Jada Pinkett, like she didn't make no mistake or do nothing wrong. That's how I looked at it. Because if August wasn't famous and he was a nigga that couldn't even get no attention, or if he puts a video up, people would probably be like, you lying, bro. You don't even know. You know, if he was just a regular dude, then nothing probably would have came. But by him being famous and he came out with it, because look, it happened so many years ago, supposedly, right?
4.
Right, that's what they kept saying too. Happened 4 years ago. So why is it just coming out? Why I mean, okay, he did decide to, you know, bring it out, whatever. And now Jada's like, well, I had to come to the table because I had to explain my side of the story. Yeah. So it's like, why is it just coming out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And for me, it's just unrealistic. I just don't. In the day and the times that we live in, I just feel like, wow, like where she find him at? Where she found Will Smith at? Cause the men I know, she gonna be up under the table somewhere.
But that's what I said.
Up under the red table.
We talking about born in West Philadelphia, born and raised. We talking about real. We talking about the fucking. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying.
He don't even look in his movies when he try to look tough. He don't even look tough.
Right,
and I don't got nothing against Will Smith, y'all. I don't have nothing against him, but we just speaking realistic. Like,
but he's soft.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying this.
He's soft.
We speaking real. I don't have nothing against him, but I'm just saying how I really feel about him. I feel like even in his movies when he tried to look tough, he don't look tough.
Right.
So nothing against him, but I just feel like, you know, he just a beta male in the relationship. You know?
Think she would have did that to Tupac?
Do you think if Will would have went out and fucked somebody, messed around with somebody, how do you think that she would, her whole thing, you think she would have came to the table? No. Right, because she came to the table and told the world that I even needed to be loved. I was missing it for so long, right in front of her husband's face, in front of the world. You think she would even mad at this nigga table? She would have been there by herself like, if y'all could please tell me, talk to my wife, to see why she tripping. He would have been like August if he did it. Yeah,
right,
so.
Right. So what do you think? Like, do you think she would have did that to Tupac?
Did what?
That whole little situation.
Man, that nigga would have thug life her all over that table. That nigga with the West Sider hit him up, all that, all in the relationship. It would have been on tabloids, like everything. She tried that with Pop, like that nigga.
So she got away.
Look, this nigga got shot 5 times in a wheelchair like this after he got shot. Not after he got out the hospital. Not after he got healed. In the wheelchair like this with the bandage on his face. You think she would try that with him? No. She ain't tried that with him.
And you know, I had watched a video with Will Smith talking about how he was so insecure with Tupac in their relationship. He said he met him a couple times, he couldn't even look him in the face. That let you know right now.
What type of dude Will Smith is?
How you not want to talk to Tupac?
Yeah. And then just period, how you can't look a man in his face and talk to him.
So that just goes to show what type of man he is.
You know, and I don't want everybody watching to be like, oh, we just bashing Will Smith and all that. But when you click on this podcast, we're going to speak real how we feel.
Right.
And it's going to be people that get bashed. It's going to be people that get talked about. Oh, well. That's how this podcast is going to be. It's going to be 100% real. Mm-hmm. Like a little side note, one of the main things I hate coming through the years, you know, I'm a sports guy, watching First Take, and the guys, y'all know what that is. Watching these sports shows, I hate when celebrities can't be. That's what I was talking about with Jada Pinkett. I hate when celebrities can't be real. I hate when they try to make sure, they just want you to think they're perfect. They're not human. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this podcast is not going to be that type. Usually we done cussed a couple of times. So any of your kids on telling on them, what it say? The perspective of the sexes, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's how this is going to be.
Lock your kids up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with the whole situation, I feel like and then hold on, we gotta get on this. So he just dropped a song, August did, called Entanglement, right? That song changes the whole dynamic of the situation because when he spoke about the situation, he made he kind of made it seem like he was all right with it. You know, he did say that it messed him up, but his whole energy towards it when he was speaking about it was that he was cool. He was, that song was totally, the stuff he was saying in that song, now it makes it look like, well, I've been thought, like, she basically was messing with this nigga when she went with, because that's what he said in the song. And I don't want to hear nobody say it's a song because a song is the same thing as speaking. You just got music behind it. So the same thing he said in the song, you might as well say this is part 2 of the interview. With just with music behind it. Because he wrote the lyrics, you know what I mean? So what he said in the song is, he said that, I listened to it once, so I only can remember a couple of things, but what I took from it, basically, you used me when you needed somebody. And then, it's like, I guess he thought they was going to stay together. And then she went back into her man, and he was upset about that. He made a song about it. And he sounds upset in the song. Yeah, so that's how I basically felt in the song. I just felt like I feel like on the interview, he was just trying to keep it like professional because he was on TV. You know, it's kind of like how over the phone you could be talking to somebody and people say all type of stuff over the phone, but when you get in their face, they're a little bit more calm. It's a different story, right? So I feel like that was the same thing. I feel like on the actual TV interview, he knew the cameras could see his face. He knew that millions of people might see it. He knew he was talking to her. So I feel like he tried to keep it professional. But when he got in the studio where it's just him and a mic, and he could let out his feelings, that's when he let it out. So if anything, I would pay more attention to the song to get the real way he felt than an interview in person. So how did you feel about that when you seen it?
Yeah, I felt like he totally is a man scorned, right? Mm-hmm. He totally put all his feelings out there, you know what I'm saying? And he put it to where it's like a record. It's like he took time to put a record out there to expose and say how he really felt. Like wasn't asking no questions. Angela Lee wasn't asking her name Yee. Yeah. She wasn't asking no questions. He basically was like, I'm putting out here whatever, and you ain't no rebuttal. Ain't no asking no questions. I'm saying what I want to say. This is how I feel, and you gonna like it. And plus, then I'm gonna put it on the record.
And on that record, I got a whole totally different energy from him on that record. It was like you said, scoring energy, hurt, disappointed. You used me. You know what I'm saying? And if that was really 4 years ago, that nigga tore up on the inside. That's 4 years ago. And I mean, look, that's 4 years ago. And then like you a regular nigga, you got money, you got your options with different women. She turned that little young boy out, and he ain't never get over it from what I took. Right? He fell in love. He fell in love deeply with her.
And he kind of smart because he gonna make money off of it. Yeah. So how do you think it's gonna be? Like, do you think they're gonna try to sue him? No.
I'll be surprised. That'd be so like petty. Like Will and Jada, they got money. And like, y'all did that boy wrong. Well, I mean, what Jada did, you know, Will just
he just sit
yeah,
there.
he on the leash, just waiting for directions and shit. But my fault, Will. If you ever see this video in the future one day, don't be mad at me. This is how I really feel.
Right.
You're a great actor.
Awesome
You know what I'm
actor.
saying? Yeah. I didn't really like Fresh Prince. I hated Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh.
Not because you were a bad actor or nothing, but because my sister used to watch. That's a side note though. But she used to always make me watch that shit when I wanted to watch sports. But you know, he pretty good actor. Well, don't take it bad when you see this. I got nothing against you. You're a very successful black brother. You did a lot of movies. It ain't good. So, but you're a beta male. I got friends that's like that. I do. I got friends that's like that.
My thing is, where can I find me a Will?
A wheel on that damn car outside.
No.
So you want Will Smith?
No, I want a Will. Like, where he from? Baltimore? Maryland. No, he's not from Baltimore. He's from Philly. Right?
Is he?
I think he's from Philly.
I think that's the show, Fresh Prince.
No, he's from Philly for real, I think. No, for real, he's from Philly. We go look it up.
West Philadelphia?
Yeah, we gonna Google it later. Like, she from Baltimore.
Maybe he might be right. I don't know. I never really.
We gonna Google it. I think he's from Philly and she from Baltimore. So I hope all the Baltimore men are not like that. But can I let's find one. Cause the men I know.
So you want a beta male? What money?
And money?
Yeah, a beta male with money. Let's stop, cause we just dogging Will Smith right now. Like, let's stop, man. Let's just leave him
It's
alone.
a perspective of the sexes though. Like,
I'm gonna say, you know, more power to him. The good thing is he love his wife. That's good.
Man, he got her back.
Yeah, he loved her. That's good. Of course he had a successful career for over the last 20 plus years. That's good. You know, so that's the good things about him. He take care. You know, he got his kids. So you know, he's really a good man. Really, you know what I'm saying? But this is the danger of putting your business out in the world. You got people like us that's gonna give our opinion. And guess what? The thing they going through happens all the time in life. Before they were born, before any of us was born, long after we all born, the same thing happens to 1,000 people. Just millions of people. It's just that they famous and they feel like right. And Jada Pinkett fake. You know what I'm saying? So.
And yes, because like I said, the men that I know, she definitely would been sitting at the red table with black eye.
And I don't got look, I don't got nothing against Jada either. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against her. She's a
good actress.
Yeah.
She got money.
Yeah.
Her kids.
I just think it's time. I can't put a stamp on it and say she's fake because I don't even know her personally.
Too late.
I can't put a stamp on it. Like I wouldn't put my life on no bread on it.
Oh,
okay. Or I'm just saying like basically like with this whole pandemic going on, 2020, it's just time for everybody to just be like real. And me personally, she should have never did the red table because when you do stuff like that, you willingly do that, you're giving the right to people like us to respond and judge it. And for my personal opinion, I just feel like she just not real, man. I feel like she just try to make it seem like she perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so I guess there's an awesome topic for us to talk about. So how do we end this perspective of the sexist topic right here? What is your take? What is your take from it?
That's not gonna be on there because I ain't sit down yet. Now you can do whatever you want to. So my take on this is
we gonna call it what the last note. What we gonna call
what's
it?
gonna be called the last note?
When we finish end it? What is it gonna go?
This the end. Like
the takeaway.
And look, we sipping on champagne. Nah, but yeah, my the final perspective. My final perspective on this is my final thought on this is I pretty much think everything will go back to just normal. I mean, he made the song Entanglement. They might give their opinion on the song, but I don't think this really gonna blow up too much further. I think they gonna just pretty much everybody gonna just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Cause nobody needs the extra. I mean, Jada and Will, they already pretty much out here. You know what I'm saying? As far as like everybody I been knew that both of them. They got money. You know what I'm saying? So they don't need no extra attention. You know what I'm saying? That's they want to stay relevant. If they want to stay relevant, they might come out with another video responding, but I don't think they will. August, I think he pretty much gonna. He made a song already and get all his views. If Jada and them don't say nothing else, I don't think he gonna say nothing else. I think it's just gonna go away.
I think that they probably sitting at home right now eating popcorn, laughing.
Right.
We rich.
Yeah.
We rich.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the 5 million views on our topic, right? They rich.
And the crazy part is, when I listened to his song today, I looked at his page and he got 2.4 million followers or something, right? He got a lot of followers. He came out with the song 20 hours ago. He already had 1.4 million views. You know, most of those views were just nosy. People wanting to know what he gonna say
right,
in the
song.
Right,
because the song is like not that. And I
like it. I
like August as I like his music, actually. I like his songs. I got him on my iTunes right now. So I like his music. I listen to his music, but that song?
No, yeah, they won't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I really couldn't hear it for one.
Yeah.
I couldn't really hear what he was saying. He was crying too much. And he was like, you know, so,
right, he was crying.
Yeah, he was like, it sounded like he was just crying too much, and then you could tell he was hurt. And I ain't making fun of him because if he hurt, you know, but, you know, I just couldn't really hear it. I couldn't really hear it, and I don't really know what he was saying, but I did hear it. I heard 80% of the song I did catch it. Other than that, the other, you know, 20%, I just couldn't really understand what he was talking about, so I didn't really know anyway what he was, his whole perspective, but I just know I could tell it's like he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He was real. He's still hurt. That's 4 years ago. He's still hurt. She did that boy wrong, little boy. And then, and even though we said we're gonna end it, I do want to say this. I don't think she even like she like on her little red table thing. They're like, we back together, and they pound the fist, laughing, and it's kind of bold because it's like they sitting up laughing, cool. We back together. And she like. I mean, he like, we thought we was done. We back together. We together for good now. We each other's soulmate. All this little stuff, you know. They didn't say word for word soulmate, but the way their whole demeanor and energy is, they cool. While this dude over here hurt. And Jada Pinkett laughing about it. She didn't did what she wanted to do. She didn't got, you know, so that's kind of bold, but that's the game you play, man, in relation to the shit. That type of stuff happen every day.
My perspective is cougars, for all the cougars, get you entanglement and entangle.
She don't condone violence, but she condone entanglements.
Yes.
So I guess that's our final perspective. Hope y'all enjoyed the first show. Yeah.
And like and subscribe.
Yep. So subscribe. When you do that, it's gonna say notifications. You click all, so you can get all of these future videos we come up with. They all gonna be good.
Leave a
then
comment.
You like, and then share with people you know, because you don't want them to miss out on this. And yeah, you can leave comments, because what we would do definitely in our next, you know, podcast, we look at the comments on this one, and the next one we can address it. You know what I'm saying?
And give us ideas for topics.
Yeah, if you have anything you want us to talk about, let us know.
So until next time.
Until next time, we ain't even got a, what's the phrase? P.O.T.S. No.